You, sir.
Thank you very much. Dear all, welcome today to a different workshop. We have so many things to talk about, so let's start by what else? Beginning the presentation. So do I have? Yes, I do. So let me start with that. No. And I press the share button and I have it. Okay. Can you see that?
We can see a picture.
Okay, works. Still. Okay, now, okay, let's start. So first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. For those of people who don't know me, I'm Yanis. I'm a member in HAU Toastmasters Club in Greece and also a member of Sensational Speakers Club in California, in the Founders District. So the reason I want to talk to you about Stoic leadership is an incident that took place a couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago. It's a very common incident. So think about that. Me sitting on the airport gate waiting for my flight. It was the end of my vacation. I was in my hometown, Lesbos Island. So next to me, there were people waiting as well, the same flight. But think of the emotional state of these people. End of their vacation. Uh, uh, Having babies crying and people hanging around, all that stuff. Okay. Monday getting back to their work. Oh, come on. But everyone was waiting. And then this amazing announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, the flight will be delayed for 2 hours due to a fog that takes place in the previous destination. And for those of you that you are from Italy, and especially from Naples, can you feel the Vesuvius? I mean, all this atmosphere of people exploding and erupting like a volcano? People start shouting, running, getting mad, angry. And who was the all the anger? Who was heading towards you? The poor stewardess. She was taking all this anger and pity from people, shouting to her, saying things such as, "Come on, what's going on? What kind of company you are?" Remember, it's a fog from another airport. Send another airplane, do something. Oh, I have to go to work. Oh, come on, what's going on? And my favorite statement or question, do you know who I am? People who don't know who they are, people like that. And I was sitting like there watching them. And the friend who was sitting next to me was telling me, why you don't react? Did you listen to that? And this kind of situations is one of the reasons I want to talk to you about Stoicism. Well, Stoicism is one of the most well-known schools of a Hellenistic period in ancient Greece. Actually, Stoicism was the founding school of public speaking. Due to a series of logic statements, they were trying to convince people. So Stoicism began almost 300 BC from Zeno, from Cyprus, Zeno the Critias. And it splits throughout the centuries into three main periods. The first Stoa, the middle Stoa, and the later Stoa. Unfortunately, the first two periods of Stoicism, we don't have writings in full format. They were destroyed. And the latest original writings were about 3 to 4 centuries AD. And then Stoicism went into the darkness due to the expansion of Christianity and the gravity of this school of philosophy. But in the past, I don't know, 3 decades, there was a resurrection again. And why is that? Because eventually in the writings of Stoicism, and especially in the late Stoa period, people found answers to their problems. So Stoicism is mostly about virtue, how to have virtues. And through the virtues and the virtual and the life filled with virtue, you can have the eudaimonia in ancient Greek, or a well-lived, well-deserved life. Now, In English, when we say someone is stoic, they have this negative connotation that you get slapped in the face and you say never mind, or someone gropes your girlfriend, you say never mind. No, that's stoic with a small s, which is not the right word. Stoic with a capital S is about people who act. Stoics were people of action. And when I say action, I mean actions according to their beliefs and their values. As a matter of fact, Marcus Aurelius, the, the most well-known Stoic philosopher and, of course, Roman emperor, was a man of action. He did so many things during the period where he was the emperor. Or some of you, maybe the Italians, might know who the arch enemy of Julius Caesar was. The only senator who stood according to his values and beliefs to the tyrant named Julius Caesar. I'm talking about Cato the younger. So Cato believed to democracy. So he had some values, some beliefs, and according to these beliefs, he went against the ultimate enemy, Julius Caesar. So Cato is like, he epitomized the ultimate Stoic, a man of action. Now, all of you can take some Stoic principles and apply them into your business and personal life. And today I would like to show you two main principles, simple ones that you can use even from today in your lives. They need some training, and with repetition, it becomes better and better. But I think you can take this mindset and this decision-making model and apply this model to your life. Now, let's start with, because it's going to be an interactive workshop, let's start with chat box. So please, write me one or two in chat box, just one word, 2 words, 1, 2 personal or business goals that you are confident you can achieve. 100%. You're 100% confident that you can achieve a goal. This might be even go to the bakery and take some break. Any goal. Just write 1 or 2. Okay, 10,000 steps. Cool. Yes. Learn French. I'm gonna ask. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Complete PhD. Perfect. So now I want a volunteer. Harry, you need to help me with that because I can't see all of our participants. I want a volunteer to evaluate the achievability of his or her goal. It's gonna be just a dialogue. So Harry, if you can help me with a volunteer to discuss about this her or his goal. Someone who wants to, no, it's gonna be a dialogue between friends, discussion
What
between
about
friends.
Jacqueline? You look like you're smiling and ready
Okay.
It's because my son said it's dinner time, and I said, you guys go eat then. That's
Jacqueline, don't worry. Jacqueline, tell me your goal again.
10,000 steps every day.
Perfect. So Jacqueline, are you sure you can do right now 10,000 steps or tomorrow? Are you sure you can do that?
Yes.
So if tomorrow you get sick, are you going to do that?
I will do it.
Okay. If it's snowing in Switzerland, are you going to do that?
I will do it.
Perfect. If you go to the hospital for a surgery, will you do that?
That might be difficult. What kind of surgery is it?
Of course, it's going to be difficult. Of course, it's going to be difficult. If you go on vacation, will you do that?
Well, I actually have been on vacation and I only had 6,000 steps, so I walked
Okay.
around the hotel.
But makes sense. Don't worry, it makes sense. It makes sense. But my question is, although you said you can achieve that 100%, you realize that maybe 95%, 90%, but I cannot do that all the times.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a problem. Thank you very much, Jacqueline, for that. It was so easy. Trust me, it was easy. So this is one of the issues that I would like to present to you, one of the basic tenets of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. So what is that? According to data scientists, the top 8 New Year's resolutions are simple stuff. Stuff like walking 10,000 steps every day, or things such as eat healthier, exercise more. I mean, I can choose to eat healthier. I can choose to make 10,000 steps. I can choose to read more. It depends on me. Then how is it possible that only 8% success rate is the outcome of these goals? I mean, when I listen to that, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because we tend to forget how much of these goals rely on us and how many of these goals do not rely 100%, completely, absolutely from us. So some years ago, I decided to read a book. And in the first paragraph, the first page, the first paragraph, the first sentence, it was a sentence that really changed the way I see life, how I see, it changed my perspective of life. It changed how I see my reality in one big, to be honest, sentence. It was just a sentence. So let's see that sentence. This guy is Epictetus, or in ancient Greek, Epictetus. And his manual, his handbook in ancient Greek, Enchiridion, first page, first paragraph, first statement. Some things are up to us, while others are not. Up to us are our opinion, motivation, desire, aversion. In one word, kind of one word, whatever is in our own doing. Not up to us, 100% up to us, our body, our property, reputation, office, and in our word, whatever is not of our own doing. So let's go deeper into this statement, a very abstract statement, but let's see how we can apply that to our lives. Now, eventually, what we can 100% control is not getting out and making 10,000 steps because reality hits us. We might go to the hospital, we might find some other things, we might get sick. So eventually what is up to us, completely, absolutely up to us, are how we think, how we judge something. So we judge something, we have some beliefs, and according to these judgments, we decide to like something, desire, or try to get over something, to avert something. And according to these judgments and beliefs that we have here, we act. We think we can do that, we do that. We like that, we do that, or we don't. Everything is coming from us. It's within us and it's coming out of us because it's here. It's here. It's our own things, judgments, beliefs, what we like, what we don't like, how we're gonna act. The action is up to us. The action is up to us. Now, the outcome of this action does not 100% is up to us. Because there might be some events that we don't know that might get in front of us and prevent us from achieving that stuff. So you need to understand that the outcome of every action that we take, or the desire of our desire for something, whatever we want to achieve, it doesn't rely 100% of us. We can influence that, of course, with our word, with our action, but the outcome is outside of us. Remember, there are things that depend on us. We can control them. We can control them 100%. But we cannot control the outcome. For example, you might have the perfect speech, All the past world champions say, this is the ultimate speech. It is so beautiful speech, like Mandela's or JFK's speech. It's the best speech. We win everything, area contest, club contest, division, district, and then you go to the semifinals, and then no one likes it. How's it possible? Everyone said it was nice. Of course, you did your best, but you cannot control what other people think. You can control what you think, what you did, but you cannot control the outcome of what you are doing. You want to do something, walk 10,000 steps, but you cannot control whether this will be accomplished. You can only control what you think, what you do, what you believe. It's your own beliefs, not his beliefs, it's your own beliefs. Your own judgment. You judge things. You judge things. I cannot judge things for you. You judge the things. Now you might say, okay, that's a reality. So what? Is there any solution to that? Well, Epictetus in the same handbook shares eventually what we call the reserve clause. The reserve clause is just a statement that helps you understand what you can do. And eventually it says that you need to make the absolute best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. The absolute best use of what is in your power. This is what you should do every day in your life. So what I mean by that, you want to walk 10,000 steps. The clinic's a very good example, so I'm going to use that all the time. You want to walk 10,000 steps. You will do your best to do that and take the rest as it happens. You will do your best to convince your boss. You will do your best. If you want to achieve that, do your best, but take the rest, like the outcome, as it happens. You will do the best to meet some deadlines. Do your best and take the rest as it happens. So in just a statement, I encourage you from now on, do your best, because this is only what you control. What you believe, what you do, what you want, what you don't want. Do your best, because that's what you can control. And take all the rest as it happens, because you cannot control the outcome of your actions or your beliefs or your desires. Now, I read an article about 2 weeks ago from the Atlantic magazine, and it says that people are very, very dishonest to themselves, which is true. But let's be honest today for 1 minute. If you want to do something and you did your best, did you do your absolute best? Did you do your best? You want to win the public speaking contest. Did you do your absolute best? If the answer is yes, and you succeeded, be proud of yourself. You did it. You did it. Congratulations. You did your absolute best and you succeeded. If you did your absolute best and you failed, be proud of yourself. Because, remember, if you're honest, you did your absolute best. There's nothing else. If you did your absolute best and there is nothing else you can do. Whereas, if you didn't do your absolute best, and you know that because you were honest to yourself, at least to yourself, and you succeeded, well done, mission accomplished. If you did your absolute best, you know that. You control your actions, you control what you believe, and you failed. Well, you should also be happy because now, first of all, you know you didn't do your absolute best. And second, you can take some feedback to listen, try again, because there is this gap. You didn't do your best, so there is something that you need to do better next time. Because the only thing you can control is what you do, not the outcome, despite your efforts, despite the hours of writing, despite the hours of working. This is what you can do only. The outcome does not rely on us. Now, I want to share a real example. A friend of a friend worked in huge corporation which makes biscuits, candies of a stuff called Papadopoulos biscuits. It's a fourth generation now biscuit industry, very well known here in Greece. So there's a friend of the friend who was a very talented executive. She went all the way to the top of the corporate ladder very fast. She was one of the best employees ever in Greece, maybe. Everyone was running to her for advice. Even the CEO, even the president of Papadopoulos Industries. She was so educated, so many skills. She was the A star. And she managed to go to the board very, very fast. But then she thought it was her time because everyone was loving her. Everyone was asking her advice to become the CEO. because it was normal. She was the best employee. And they said no. And she quit. And everyone was shocked. What she couldn't understand is that she did her absolute best, but what she can control. But she couldn't understand that the president and the CEO of this company named also Papadopoulos, meaning it was a family industry for generations before and for the generation to come. And there's no way, absolute no way to break this chain of succession. But she couldn't do anything about it. She did her absolute best. But you need to understand what you can control and what you cannot 100% control. You can impact, influence, but not absolute control. So for example, another example, let's say your spouse is shouting at you. You have a fight, or you are stuck in a traffic jam, and you also get mad, angry. You want to swear to the drivers. You want to get off the house because you're having this fight. What you need to understand is that the reactions of other people's or what's going on around you, it's outside of your control. You are responsible for getting late to the car and getting then eventually stuck in the traffic jam. Or you might be responsible for saying something, but you cannot control how other people react. You cannot control how the traffic jam will eventually go in the next few minutes. This is things that you cannot control. That's why you shouldn't get mad on the things you cannot control, because you can't do anything about that. It's something I say to many friends. You're not responsible for other people's reactions. You are responsible only for your actions. You can only influence your desires, what you want to do, what you want to prevent from doing, how you think. This is only what you can control because it relies on you. Everything else you can influence, definitely, but you cannot control how other people react, how your daily life will eventually deploy. Everything like that you can influence, but you cannot control. So why are you correlating your happiness with things that are outside of your control? Now, in 1931, a theologian, Reinhold Niebuhr, created what it's called Serenity Prayer. It's also very well used in Alcoholic Anonymous sessions, and it epitomizes the dichotomy of control. Some of you might know it, and it says like that: God, or whatever power you believe, Allah, or knowledge or nature. So it says, this is the original version. So God grant me, first, the serenity to accept the things I can't change. So serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change the things I can. And the wisdom to know the difference. Because it's going to be stupid to change the things, to try to change the things that you cannot change. So this prayer became a mantra for thousands of people because it helps them understand what to do when something happens. Now, another question for you. You've just bought your brand new shiny car. You bought your new car. Yes. Relieve the emotions, please. Now you wait in the traffic light, a car hit your rear part. No injuries, don't worry, just scratches in your car bumper, don't worry. But it's your brand new car. Oh my God, my brand new car. First hour of driving my new car, and I have the scratches now. A 70-year-old driver steps out of his car. He looked irritated by your driving skills and not by his. Write in the chat box how you react. Just 1, 2, 3 words. New car. You're so excited. And then, oh my God. And this old guy gets out saying, oh, look how this stupid, you are stupid, what he's doing. Oh my God. How are you going to react? Brand new car. And heart attack, you should take care of yourself, at least. Okay. Yes. Angry, probably. I know it's a bad event, so it's predictable reaction. You know, brand new car. Actually, this happens to my sister 10 years ago. 2 minutes after picking up her car, someone hit her. She needed to buy a new car. So I know it's gonna be a difficult situation. You're gonna be irritated, mad. You wanted to, if you're in the United States, you might take off your weapon. I don't know, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, now I want to teach you now what I call the event reaction behavior model, and teach you how to deal with this kind of stressful situations. So normal, when you have an incident, an event like crashing, a car accident, you have a road rage, slaps, fights, insults, swears, curses, talking about mothers, fathers, whatever. Also, when you have this incident, we have this kind of reaction. But is this reaction, car accident, curses, unilateral? When someone says, you're fired, I mean, Katya, you're fired. Alice, you're fired. Will you go and get drunk? Probably. Or if you win the lottery, you get happy, very happy. My good friend, probably some of you might know Ioana Margaroni, the speaker from District 109 in the international contest. She said a story about 2 months ago that when she got fired, she was the most happy people in the world because she wanted to get out, but she didn't want to quit. So when they fired her, she was so happy that she didn't become drunk. I have a friend who, when he won the lottery, not a lot of money, but it was some money, he wasn't so happy because 45% of the money went back to the state. And because his address became, it went online on the internet, people were hanging, weird people were hanging outside his home asking for money. So he said, I wish I haven't won this amount of money. So we don't have this unilateral. What's going on? Why we have this kind of different behaviors for things that make sense? Get fired, you're angry. The truth is that we have some lenses that are being formed from our judged beliefs, our life, our past experience, that color every incident. If it's good, it's gonna be a green color. If it's something that gets you mad, and you have this lens that's coming from your own experience, your life, your whatever happened in your past, or your mental state at that specific moment, this color eventually colors the event. It colors what is going on in front of you. That's why emotions and judgments are blurring the incident, and it's intervening to your mental state, and it colors what's going on most of the times against your interest. Now, another question for you. Same problem like before. Same problem. Haven't changed anything except of the red letters. How would you react this time? Same incident. Again, brand new car. Oh, you're so excited. But this time on the passenger seat, it's your new big love, great love, the special one. She holds your hand. She's kissing your neck. Ooh, brand new car and the love of my life. Then again, someone hits your ear part, no injuries. Your love touches your cheek and whispers, it's all right, my dear. Just a minor incident. And the same guy steps out and he starts blaming you probably. How would you react in this new situation, which is eventually the same incident, but something changes? You are the same driver. Would you react the same? Write in the chat box 1-2 words, how would you react in this amended version of the incident? If I were you, I would say, okay, it's just a minor accident, or scratches, like Harry said, And Sharon will take, well, it's okay. It's okay, mister, you are going to die in a few years, but it's okay that you are blind. It's okay. Life is so short. Life is beautiful. Hearts, sending hearts to everyone. It makes sense, but it's the same. You are the same individual and you react differently in the same incident. How's that possible? Because the event is the same. The event is the same. So this is what it happens. When you have an event, an incident, you have a business presentation, they say something to you, but it's not good. You react. When you have something in your life that happens, your spouse is angry and shouts against you, you react to the incident. The reality is that you don't actually react to the incident. You react to how your judgments, beliefs, emotions, habits, how you color the incident, how your experiences, how your perspective distorts the reality, distorts the event according to who you are at that moment, or how you were, how you grew up, what was your experience. And despite the fact that it's a neutral fact, for example, you have a vase that goes down, falls off the table and breaks. And you get mad. Stop for a moment and think about, write the statement, the vase broke. The vase broke. Is it something important what happened? It's a vase that broke. The vase has nothing. It's just an objective fact. How you color the event, how you color that, what you believe is what makes you react. Car accident, same incident. In the first case, you get mad. In the second case, it's nothing. But if you take a look at the fact, car accident minor scratches, car accident minor scratches, is it an incident that really demands you to start slapping the driver, the 70-year-old driver? Think about car accident, minor scratches. So eventually, what you have is according to what you believe, what you think, what are your emotions, your emotional state, or how you judge the event. You might think that it's an okay event, oh, it's not a big deal. Or you might want even to kill someone who is against you, because your emotional state, your judgments distort the original, the neutral, objective fact that when you have an event, it's an event. It's not a severe event. I don't want to talk to you about more serious events such as death, where Stoics have specific bibliography how to deal with that, or sickness. But let's stay on the easy part. Every event in your life, if you somehow watch it and write it down as an event, word by word, it might not be so important. But how you feel about that event, how you react, what you believe about that event is eventually what makes you react in the specific way. So let's try, for example, with a car accident. When you have this car accident, you have an event. You cannot control the event. Someone hits you. You cannot control his or her driving skills or how he or she drives. What you can control is how here you react, you think, you believe, how you feel. It's you. It's the only thing you can control. If you cannot separate the neutral fact, the event, the car crash, from what you believe, how you feel, eventually you have a blurred perspective of what's happened, because you color the event according to your mental state. Remember, I'm with my new love. I am mad right now. So the problem is that it's difficult to control your emotions, but eventually you do. You do control the emotions and you blur things according to how you believe. Now, I want to give you a solution on how to deal with this kind of stressful events. We tend as humans, and especially Greeks, Turks, Italians, probably, they're more They have this temperamento that the Italians call. We tend to add some strong adjectives next to the event. It was a terrible car accident. He was a completely idiotic driver. So you have these strong adjectives that colors and distorts the neutral event that it was an accident. It's something different to say it was a terrible accident with minor scratches, but it was terrible because it was my brand new car. Terrible, terrible. I can't handle it. So you have these weird, strong adjectives that color and distort the event. So try to take this adjective out. There's an unacceptable reaction. Take the adjective out. It's a reaction. Try to take any strong adjective out of this sentence, out of the frame. Breathe. Really breathe. Give yourself some time. Breathe. Someone said count till 10. Breathe. Count till 10. Any method you have. And ask yourself, does it worth it to react like that? Does it really worth it? Cato the Younger believed that although he knew he would kill himself, he decided to go against Julius Caesar because it was worth it. It was according to his values, his core values. Does it worth it to act according to how you're gonna react? Is it according to your values, to who you are, not how you feel, who you are? And if it does, react accordingly. But does it worth it? So you need to separate the event from the judgment, the emotions, and whatever. Give yourself some time and see what can do. So let's share a personal case that took place last Saturday. I was in Mont Saint-Michel here in France, and I received, while I was visiting the Abbey here, beautiful monument, beautiful heritage monument. I received an email from someone blaming me that I did something which is quite unprofessional. He said, what you did is the most unprofessional thing I've seen in my 30 years as an accountant. And I was devastated. I couldn't control what he said to me. So it was an event, okay? He said, you're unprofessional. And then I started feeling disbelief, frustration, rage, pity, compassion. I wanted to delete Mont Saint-Michel and start writing an email. Of course, I know that what I can control is how I judge this event. You are unprofessional. I admit, but it's difficult sometimes when you have this flame that burns into your stomach. You want to do something. I could see that, yet I want to write the emails. I really pick my cell phone and start typing, and then I stop. Because although I was really, really mad, I saw that it's an event that right now I'm trying to color the event. Although I couldn't control these initial emotions, I could understand that it's an event that needs to separate the event. You are unprofessional from what I can control, which is how I color, according to my judgment, how I color the event. And it worked because although I was filled with emotions, I knew that I need to wait a bit. And eventually, after a couple of hours, I completely forgot that I received that email. And what I could control was my reaction to that event. And I did what was very, very prudent and wise eventually as it worked out, which is, I didn't reply. I didn't reply at all. So I want you to take a look again on this model because we're gonna do a case study with one of you that you need to separate the neutral objective fact from what you believe, and you can control it according to that fact. What are your judgments, and eventually how you're gonna react to this kind of event. Viktor Frankl, who wrote one of the most influential books in human literature, Man's Search for Meaning, he was influenced by Stoics. It's also written in his notes. And he said something very, it's the same also, it's also in his book. Between stimulus and response, there's a space. There's a space between stimulus and response. There's a space. And that space is our power to choose our response. Between the space, the stimulus and the response, what happens and the response is where our power stays. And if Viktor Frankl says that, it's a good advice. Now, I want one of you, a volunteer, to share with us an event that took place in his life, and he or she reacted in a way that it wasn't appropriate for that moment, but he realized that later, and work together in a couple of minutes how from now on what he or she can do separately if this event happens again in the near future. So I would like a volunteer just to share with us an event, and then share with us how she or he felt, how she reacted, and then let's do the same exercises from now on, how she or he can change that. So do we have any volunteers? Harry, you can help me on that.
I'm looking around. I'm looking at who's sort of ready to share.
Some anger, some moments of anger, some moments that she or he wished to have a gun, some moments that you wish to, struggle with someone. Oh, come on, don't be
Who's been in
shy.
this situation before?
Yes. Okay, Francesca, of course, Francesca, Italian, of course.
Also to show that the district director is a human being.
Yes.
We would never have guessed.
Never.
Exactly. I used to be a very calm person, and I think 2 weeks ago, I lost my patience. I was about to. Yes, I really wish to have a gun sometime.
Okay, so share with us the event in a sentence, just a statement, the event.
Yes, my neighbor cut very important branches of our common olive trees.
Perfect,
in
makes
summer.
sense. And how did you react to that event?
Oh, well, I took some moment to breathe and find the right words, because I knew that I could not tell him I want to kill you, like you killed the bell,
Yes, makes
like
sense.
you
Makes
killed
sense.
the tree.
Makes sense, of course. So eventually you wanted to kill him, but of course you didn't have a gun. It's forbidden in Italy. But you were frustrated, you were angry, right?
No, I was very disappointed.
Disappointed, okay.
I was not angry. I was really sad for the tree. Disappointed.
Okay. So let's do that now. So the event, cutting branches, you can't do something about that. It happened. It happened.
Unfortunately, it's in the past.
It happened. It happened in the past. Now, how you react to the event, cutting branches, is eventually up to you and only up to you. You can color this event and say, I will not talk to this neighbor ever in my life. Or I'm gonna spread my rubbish in front of his door to take a lesson, to make him take a lesson, or whatever. But you need to understand that you need to separate how you feel that moment from the event. Cannot control it. How you feel about that event, stop. Don't react. Stop. Breathe. Is it worth it to do something according to who you are? Who is Francesca? If yes, do that. Be proud of that, because you will do your absolute best according to your values, your core values. If not, well, in this case, try to do something, because you can control only your actions. So that's worth it. Yes, breathe and react. But give yourself some time. Take off this this adjective, like tremendous event, like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill him. No, take this out. Look at the statement, cutting branches. Does it worth it to do something? If so, be as unbiased as possible and act according to who you are, because you will be responsible for your actions, because it's up to you. It's the only thing you can control, how you feel, what you want to do, and what you did. Nothing else. You need to separate the event from what's going on. Judgments, beliefs, emotion. The event, you can control it. What you can control is how you react. And this is eventually how you feel, what's up to you. So another question here, it's the last one. You're gonna give a high-stake presentation to the CEO. You gave actually. And she is the leader in your organization that you respect a lot. She's like your mentor. You gave everything to this presentation. It's an ace, it's a superstar presentation. And after the delivery, she responds, "This is one of the most amateur presentations I have ever seen in this firm. I am strongly, strongly disappointed. Please be more well prepared next time." Think about that. Think about what you did, the hours, the effort, the sleepless nights you did for this presentation, and how your mentor and the CEO actually responded. You might be devastated. You might don't want to eat. You might cannot sleep for a couple of days. What's going on here? Well, you need to understand that in this kind of events in your business or professional life, there are some things that you cannot change. You cannot change how people react. You cannot change other people's behavior. You did your absolute best. You did, or maybe not. It's up to you. Be honest. But you cannot control what's going on. It's an event you cannot control. It's an incident. It depends on other people and not on you. You can influence, you can impact your presentation if impacted that, but the outcome, you cannot control that. What you can control is the things that will depend on you. Please be well prepared next time. This is something that relies on you. You can be more well prepared, or you can ask more people, do something differently. Or if there's nothing else, well, at least you tried. There's nothing else. But this is the only thing you can change: how you think, how you believe, and how you act and react. So from now on, when something happens, please try to separate the event and how you react to the event, because eventually, probably you color the event according to your beliefs and judgments of that event. You have any questions? Harry, I need your help as well.
I don't see any hands at the moment.
Okay. Come on, don't be shy. Okay. If you have questions.
I've got, I can share a comment though. Yeah.
Yes, please. Or comments. Yes. Sorry about
this whole
by the
thing.
way, most pictures are created by AI. So you see a Stoic philosopher in front of, I don't know how you teletransported it from ancient Rome to business presentation here. But yes, if you have any comments, please share with me any comments.
Yeah, I think the one that I wanted to share, and maybe this, many of you know that I'm a sort of avid mountaineer and outdoors person, and I have spent occasionally 2-3 days of walking to get to the base of the mountain, and then it would snow overnight and I can't climb the mountain that I've spent that 2-3 days walking towards. And and this, I suppose, comes back to your whole dichotomy of things you can control and the things you can't control.
True, that's true. So many times I wonder, stuck in traffic jam, what's going on? What's going on in Athens? But I realize that there's nothing I can do. If I want to go on time, probably I should have woke up earlier. That's something I can control. But traffic jam, no. So why should I correlate my happiness or my nerves or my mental state with what's going on? I can't do anything. I really can't do anything. Can't do. I'm doing my best. That's all. So as a last slide.
I think I
Yes.
saw another hand. Alice, your
Yes.
hand.
It all comes down to doing your best, and sometimes it's not so easy to do your best, or the best doesn't quite work as well as you would have liked.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you think you did your best, and probably you didn't. Not because you didn't use all your resources, but there are some things that you don't know. It's like what Colin Powell once told me when I was back in the States. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you don't know. And tell me what you don't know that you don't know. That you know that you don't know. So eventually, you might use everything that you have, but there are things that you don't know that they're outside of your resources assets. That's why you need, like here in Toastmasters, ask for feedback. Listen, active listening. Because if you don't know it, how are you going to give your absolute best? Do your best and let the fortune, the nature, takes the rest of that. But do your absolute best. Now, as an epilogue, I have a short poem from Emily Dickinson. It's a very short, laconic, another term from Greece, which says eventually what we described here. In this short life that only lasts an hour, how much, how little is within our power? That's why I strongly suggest, do your absolute best. And if things getting bad, like Alice once told me about wine, good wine here in France, give me coffee to change the things I can, and wine, that's it, the things that cannot change. Thank you very much for your time. I'm always available to give you any feedback, anything you want. And next time we'll do more principles and more tools for your toolbox.